On this episode of Vo-Gus Prospecting.
Why? He was so young!
What's up guys, my name is Chris from Vo-Gus Prospecting. If you're new to the channel, a big warm welcome, and if you're an old moldy hat like this one, welcome back. Today we're out on a little creek with my pupper Fern, trying to get her used to the bush, and we're also sluicing some flood gravels that have some nice gold in it. So I assume a lot of people are going to have questions about my pink mermaid shorts with pink mermaid boobies on them, and the short answer is that I'm just not afraid of my sexuality.
Good girl, yes, good girl. Watch, drop. Are you too wet? Are you too uncomfortable? Yeah? Okay. Now, you're doing good. You're okay. Yeah! Thanks. Oh no, you're a little wet. It happens. Okay? It's going to happen a lot more. I promise you.
Princess is very cold, even though she gets so hot that you can't hold her. You're okay. You're okay. So there's been some arguments I've seen online about classification with river sluices, and whilst it can be important to do when you're dealing with clay-based soils, when you're dealing with loose gravels like this, you're actually better off just pumping through quantity of soil as opposed to classified soil, because you might lose 2 or 3 specks per shovel out of this, but you're going to get way more from just pumping the gravel through. So don't worry so much about classification. It's not the be-all and end-all. Yeah. Pretty much every single day on Facebook and YouTube I have people come to my channel and sort of start arguments about how mining can negatively impact the environment, and I try to explain the very small impact we have on these creeks and that floods do far more damage in the long run than what I could ever do with a shovel and a little river sluice. But what really pisses me off is the people who get away with doing stuff like this behind me, which is taking literal shit in the bush, and they don't bury them, they just leave it all out for everyone to walk in, and the smell's horrendous and whatnot. I get it, it's gonna break down, but it takes you 2 seconds to pop a little plug out, do your crap in a hole, and cover it back up. Just be a bush gentleman, could you, and not some bush barbarian. I don't like that. No one else likes that. I don't want Fern eating this crap. It's horrible. Stop it. Warming up my pupper again. Fern. Fern. Huh? Why are there so many rocks in this creek? The gold here is pretty small, so we're classifying to a 1/4 inch. I just want to do a random test pan to sort of see what spec count we get as we go lower. When I did the original test pans, most of the gold was in the upper gravel, so I don't know what's in the lower ones. Reasonable amount of ironstone in this. Alright, we've got a few specks, most of it's super fine flour gold, but about 10 pieces, so with quantity, it should be okay. He's our cameraman. He's gonna do this stuff from time to time. I've got a little bit of gold in the mat, which is cool. It's only fine, but it's always good to see specks. I've got a couple pieces in the top of the end there, and just in this cell on this edge, you can't really see it through the ripples, but there's about a dozen pieces hugging inside that cell. Okay, we're going to explain some stuff. Just upstream from where we were digging, like by 2 meters, I noticed this little area that had been eroded where Fern is standing, and I did a really rough test pan. I got one nice flake and a few dozen small bits. So we're going to take a proper test pan and see if it gets better. Alright. Oh, we are digging there. We were off it by like that much is about 1 meter. This is a much better result on the old booger sugar. I did this with my mind powers. Oh, my gold fever. Now to bend it back the other way. Oh, that's so much fun. The problem is I can't bend it back the other way. And all the dirt's just popping off the edge. I'll try one more time. Yeah. Yeah. Here lies Shovel and his friend, Sunglasses. Why? He was so young! It's not the size, it's where you stick it. Got the pulse in my back. So after just 3 pans, I've decided to not continue with that small shovel because my lower back is going to hate me tonight if I do. We're actually going to clean the sluice out given we have no shovel, no other way of moving dirt. Let's get to cleaning and see how much gold we got. I'm seeing gold all through this mat, so I have hopes that we'll have a decent flower gold cleanup. Okay, my little moldy champions, let's find out how much gold we got. Alright, come on, big bucks. 10 ounces. Okay, I'll take 9. That's not too bad for the flood gold. So remembering that we have Fern with us today and we've spent a lot of time chasing her around, this is a pretty good take for about an hour's worth of shoveling. We probably pushed through 60 or so shovels from the first spot you saw us work and only maybe a dozen from the secondary spot before we killed Shovel. Shovel's spot is definitely richer. We're going to have to come back and work that when we get his replacement. But for now, let's go home and get this on the scales and see how much we got. Right before we weigh up the gold that we got out of that little sluicing session, if you would like to grab your very own Grizzly t-shirt or any of my other merchandise, check out the description below on YouTube where you'll find a link to my merch store and my other social media. Right on with the weigh-in. This is the gold we managed to pull out of the creek in about an hour's processing next to a Clash Guitars pick for a bit of scale. And we have since been back to do some more work there, and let me tell you, the gold gets a lot better where Shovel died. But now it's time to get this on the scales. Looking at the gold in my paper, I'm going to guess that there's a 0.15 there. I never get it right. 0.153. That is a pretty close guess. 0.153 grams of gold is worth $11.27 Australian at the time of recording, which is okay gold for about an hour's worth of sluicing, considering we also had to manage a boxer puppy, which, if you know anything about boxer puppies, it's a lot of work. But we have since been back to this spot and we have found some amazing gold where we killed Shovel. In fact, just 2 meters downstream, Mick pulled out a 0.35 gram nugget, which was a fantastically surprising find. I can't wait to show you more on that. That episode is coming up in the very near future, along with episodes from all over the northeast of Victoria where we've been finding some pretty interesting stuff. So I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and join us for those films. But this has neatly brought us to the end of this film. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. Please give your dog a big scratch behind the ears for me. Peace, and I'm out.